Hi everyone, this is Alessandra, Principal Product Manager for Messaging here at Cheetah Digital, and I'm here to talk to you about our brand new Content Designer. In marketing, time is of the essence, which means that marketers need to be able to quickly create email campaigns as efficiently as possible. With Cheetah Messaging's Content Designer, you can create gorgeous, personalized emails all through an intuitive and easy-to-use drag-and-drop interface. No HTML skills required. Let's take a look at how it works. To access the designer, you must first have it enabled. Your account team can help you with this. Once it is enabled, simply create a campaign and go to the content chevron. Here you will see two options. You can either select a design or you can start from scratch. Designs are essentially saved templates that you can use as a starting point for your campaign. By clicking here, you can see your library of available designs and select one to use as a base. The Content Designer is divided into two areas. The main message editing space in the center of the screen, referred to as the Workspace, and a panel on the right. The right-hand panel serves a dual purpose. It's a menu of element types, and it's also a set of properties and options available for a selected element. In general, you drag elements from the right-hand panel and drop them into the workspace in the desired location. If you then click on the element within the workspace, the property options specific to that element type are displayed here in the right-hand panel. This panel is divided into three tabs. Settings is where you can define overall options that affect the entire message. These are global options that apply to all elements, such as a default font, a default background color, and the width for the entire message. Rows are where you can select different structural elements to organize your content. Rows also provide the basis for how the message renders. Our Content Designer uses some of the best testing and rendering tools in the industry to ensure that what you see on screen is exactly how the message will look to your customers. On top of that, content created in the designer automatically adapts for mobile. No responsive coding needed. You have a variety of structural options, ranging from single column to 4-column. You can choose to view or hide the structure of the design by toggling this button. You can easily drag new rows into the workspace, or you can further configure an existing row by clicking on it. This will bring up the properties of the row, where you can set options such as colors for the row, background colors. You can choose how it displays on mobile, and you can even adjust the padding and borders for the columns. The third tab is the Content tab, which is where you can select and edit the specific content elements that make up your message, such as buttons, images, personalization, text blocks, and more. As with rows, you simply drag the desired element where you want it to go. For example, if I wanted to add a divider right here, I would just drag it in and then set my configurations here on the right. As we saw with rows, you can control settings for elements by clicking on them. Let's look at images. Here you can easily change the image either by changing the image path or by clicking here. This will bring you to the platform's image library where you can select the one you want, and voila, it's updated. You can also control the image size, the alt text, the URL for it, the padding, and how it displays on mobile. Another cool feature with images is the ability to make them dynamic. If you have a URL for a dynamic image, such as a countdown timer or a personalized GIF, you can just paste it in here, and the image will render wherever it is supported. Now let's look at text. Along with standard editing capabilities such as font, color, and spacing, you also have access to your entire personalization and content library. Simply click the Personalization and Library Tag button, and you'll be able to pull in any of the personalization fields that you have in the system, or any items from your content library. This includes dynamic content, content blocks, looping blocks, etc. If you get carried away, don't worry. We have undo and redo buttons. We also have versioning, where you can revert to a previous version of the design. You can also clear the content to start over completely. Alternatively, if you like what you did, You can save it for future use by hitting Save as Design and naming it. Finally, you can always edit the HTML directly by going to Advanced Edit. That wraps up our demo today. I hope you enjoyed it, and most of all, I hope you take the Content Designer for a spin. If you have any questions or you'd like to see another demo, please reach out to your account team. Thank you for listening.